Well, he's got a good head set firmly on his shoulders. He's got two good eyes that can see, so don't you worry anymore.
Hey guys, Bigfoots and Mopars here. So as you can see by that intro picture, we reached 300 subscribers, which is pretty cool. I know that my channel is nothing more than a glorified way for me to watch pictures of my car on my big screen TV. And since I've got 300 subscribers now, I'll give you guys a little secret. So back when we first bought this house, we based everything on my income, and my wife was in school working on her degree. And when she got done with school, she started working. She bought me a really big screen TV, and much to her chagrin, I spent most of my time after that just lounging on the couch watching YouTube videos. And one day she came downstairs and she stood over me and looked at me, and with a touch of sadness in her heart, she said, "Is that all you're gonna do, is lay there and watch videos about Bigfoots and Mopars?" So that's how I got the name of my channel. My wife named the channel, and to her credit, she was absolutely right. That's about all I do watch is YouTube videos about Bigfoot. I listen to Bigfoot podcasts, and then I do watch car videos. And to not knock her, it's not her fault, that's probably mine, but my wife does think that every old car is a Mopar. And then so far this year, I really haven't driven the Satellite very much, and that's because I've alluded to it in other videos, but when I first bought this car, it sounded like a rear wheel bearing was starting to go out in the driver's side here, and now it's gotten to the point where it's extremely noticeable. So I knew I was going to have to fix that. And I went to Dr. Diff and I was looking at rear axles, and I was looking at buying a set of their rear axles that have the green bearings already installed. Part of the reason I was wanting new axles is because ultimately I was going to put a sure grip in this car. I know a lot of people have access to black spray paint and like rattle cans and can make things look nice for Craigslist, but the guy was a genuine Mopar guy. He has a 70 Barracuda Pro Street that he just dropped a 500 cubic inch stroker in, so he built a Dana for it. So he was going to sell this, and it's a Indy. Check it out. It's a 489 case, so I know the 742 is the one most people want, but this is a pretty strong case. It was completely rebuilt with 373 gears. I was surprised that he even threw in the little brackets here, and then it even has lug nuts. So man, that was quite the deal for the price that I paid for this. Now this is out of a 1967 B-body, and from the research I've done online, the spring perches should be in the exact same spot as the Satellite here in 1968. The only question would be, did he move the spring perches in order to put it in a E-body? So I'm gonna still have to do a little bit of measuring to see if the spring perches are in the same location as my stock located rear springs in the Satellite. He said that the guy that built the rear end for him also straightened the housing. So, and then I noticed they put in this fill plug up here too, or at least that's what I think that is. So, like I said, his Cuda, before he put the 500 stroker in it, he was running a pretty hot 340. But this was a pretty good score. Seems like I'm always one step behind Indy, but anyway, the plan is I'm not gonna be able to do anything this weekend, so the next stretch of days, if the spring perches measure out right, we're gonna swap this into the Satellite. It's gonna be an easy swap for me. I'm looking at, I don't know anything about whether or not this is the big yoke or the small yoke. If it's the small yoke, I can just get stock U-joints and it should bolt right up to my drive shaft. If it's the bigger yoke, which I don't think it is, there is a special adaptive U-bolt or U-joint that I could buy for it to make the adaption. Sorry guys, that's why I don't do too many vlogs where I talk. But I'm hoping I just get some new U-joints, plop this in, and then the difference between the 67 and the 68 is a little bit, it's like 0.65 difference in like inches. So you're looking at like less than a half an inch, probably more like about a 1/4 inch inside each moving in this way. So I'm gonna see if that doesn't help give me enough clearance to be able to put the drag radials on the black wheels on this car. So I'll go get those from the Coronet when I go to swap the rear end, and we'll just see if we didn't get a little bit skeezy there and able to slide those in there, because I like the way the car looks with those. And they were originally bought for this car. So I get my next week off. I start on Friday, so I'll look at doing that swap. I'll make a video. You guys can laugh at me. I think the hardest part for me is going to be switching the rear drum brakes over to this. And I've never disconnected brake lines and I've never rebuilt drum brakes. I don't think these brakes need to be rebuilt, but we'll take a look when we get it apart. So gonna have to watch some videos on how to bleed brakes. I know that sounds simple to you guys, but it's stuff that I've never done before. So if you're up for some laughs, look forward to my next videos.
Well, he's got two good ears, interpret all the relevant details.